Man, what's up, world? Y'all see it? We are back again. We are back
Three of us
again.
at least.
And not only are we back, but we have more company. Shout out to Warrior Pro Wrestling. You know, y'all already know who my team is. King James the Pharaoh, Ace Juice next to me. Man, we've been had a chance to dibble and dabble in the wrestling world. Last week we had Buck Sexton, also known as Ron Kraft to the people.
The Buck Sexton.
The Buck Sexton. Before he hop out the damn closet somewhere, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that guy.
And you know, he promoting February 22nd, huge event between
New
him,
generation wrestling.
yes, between him and Jesse
Winchester.
Winchester.
Yeah, there you go.
Third.
Am I right? Am I right?
No, you got it.
Okay, okay. I'm over here, I'm trying, my eyes trying not to look, my brain trying to go. So look,
Yo, but look, don't we got something where's that? Play the music.
play the music. There we go.
Right.
About an 18-second.
Okay.
Man, we back, y'all.
Throw
Throw
the
the Towel
towel.
Sports
Sports
Podcast. Come
podcast.
on.
Y'all know what to do. Hey, Ace, what's that line you say?
Oh, you're talking about with, people, it's pretty easy to just like, comment, subscribe. It costs $0. It takes zero effort. So, don't be a dick. Do all that stuff. And we appreciate you not being a dick.
Come on
Like,
now.
subscribe, follow. Throw the Towel Sports Podcast. Y'all know what it is, man. We here. We got guests in the building. My man, Jesse Winchester, and your real last name as a human being is...
It's Wayne.
Waynick.
I didn't want to get it wrong. That's why I wanted him to say it.
It's kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of a cool. Hey, that's a cool. Like I don't know why. I'm just a fan of names. Like Waynick is a cool. You know what I'm saying? Last name. Like.
And it's the only one of the only ones you'll find in the country. The easiest person to find on Facebook.
How you doing,
Man.
brother? Happy birthday to you, man. Let the
Man,
world
happy
know.
It is
damn
a good night. It is a very
birthday,
good night.
man.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you.
Oh man, appreciate you giving your time up to us on your birthday, man. These are things that we can't make up for the people. We try to tell them that we always get exclusive stuff, and this is exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all done seen us celebrate one another's birthdays on here and stuff like that, but to have somebody come out of their time on their birthday, come
Woo.
on, man. We're gonna get that up for him one more time because that's special, you know what I mean? So
No,
appreciate that, man.
it's my pleasure. I
I
saw what
like that, Ace.
Mr.
What?
Buck Sexton had to say. I had to come on and rebuttal, so to say.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the Buck Sexton is not very fond of you.
Which
And,
is fine. The feeling is now mutual.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How
It-
mutual? How
yeah,
It's
he had a
very
mutual?
lot of
rare
things to say
when you
about
get a
earlier
chance
this
to
week.
actually whoop somebody's ass that you don't like and get paid for it. I can't wait.
Y'all heard that, people? He is
wow.
about to whoop somebody's ass for some money.
You know, I actually was a fan of that Buck Sexton guy until he came on here, man. He's
Hey, yeah,
I
he
really
came in
thought
here.
he
He
was
came in
a
here
fan.
and pushed the room around. If you want to ask me, he was.
I don't like somebody trying to bully me, man. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll see if he can come on again, though. This is my show.
He does have a skill set.
Hey,
Bullying
He
right
got
up there at
along
the
with
top.
Ace.
Oh yeah, right off the bat. Yeah, fuck Notre Dame. Yeah, we got off on a great foot to start the show.
yeah, yeah.
I
Fuck
was
Notre
happy
Dame.
about it.
The horse they
It's not
rode
every day
in
that somebody
on.
just like, thanks for having me on the show. You
Yeah,
and you. Go
fuck
fuck
Lou
Fuck your
Holtz.
team.
right off the bat. Yeah.
Yeah, he just man, fuck everything Notre Dame. I'm like, you
Yeah,
gotta
so,
be
hey,
kidding me,
man,
man.
you know what? Take it away, Ace, since you guys were buddies.
Right? Yeah, y'all became friends last episode, huh? Look,
Most
that's what
definitely.
it seemed.
So
That's what it seemed like.
so Jesse, thanks for coming on. We
My
want
pleasure again.
We got some questions. We'll get back to the Buck Sexton,
Yeah,
a
we'll get
fan of
back to
the
him.
Ohio State University later
This
on in the
guy,
show. Actually, if you want to, we
Oh,
Oh,
want to
please.
know.
I'm
I
tired
have a
of it
lot to say
already.
about that piece of shit.
man,
We want to
piece of shit
know
he is right now.
what got you into. You said you're with New Generation Wrestling in Indy. You've done stuff with Warrior Pro Wrestling. What got you into wrestling, or what made you just one day go, you know what, I want to do that?
Well, actually, pretty simple answer. When I was 2 years old was when my love began. I was one of those hell children, two, three-nagers, what they call it. My mom found out the one way to shut me up from just screaming my head off is she put wrestling on the TV. And
Man,
I would just sit there, like,
wouldn't have to worry
just
about
stone
nothing.
face, wouldn't move. I'd sit there for hours. And she finally got smart and recorded it on a VHS, if I'm showing my age. And she just played that shit on repeat. She over and over. I've been down basically since day one. I
Man,
rarely miss Raw, rarely miss SmackDown, WCW, ECW.
all of it.
If
See, this
there's
is
three
man, my
wrestling four
turning
corners, I'm
into my
watching.
kind of guy already, man. This is what I'm talking about. You
Yeah,
can't see, and Buck. This is one thing I didn't like about Buck. All right, he was so keyed in on Eric Bischoff's nuts. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
if he can make
WCW was all right. It was
if
all
he could make a Yankee
ECW was
Candle out of
great.
the scent of Eric
Woo!
Bischoff's
Don't
balls,
say
he
that, Dub.
probably would.
Look. Okay, okay. Look, so I got a question for Mr. Winchester himself, right?
Shoot.
Being a champion already, you know what I mean? Your lady having that experience, what is it like to be connected to a champion? Like, share that same
Wait a
lane with
minute,
somebody.
champion. Wait. Wait a minute. What? What do you
Former,
mean?
it's okay.
Oh, that's why I said he was, you know what I mean? Like I was just saying, like being in that lane with somebody, I might be speaking
His
something
lady?
into existence, you know what I'm saying? I might be speaking that he gonna win the belt. You never know, you know what I
Your
mean?
lady
Like,
wrestles also?
She does. Well, I mean, not since we had the baby. I think her last show was April last year, April 2024. Uh, yeah, we found out we were having a baby, and she kind of hung him up and kind of been just yeah. She's been doing the mom role, doing things a lot tougher than what us wrestlers do.
hey, I hear you on that, man.
Respect.
Congratulations too, by the way, you know what I
Thank
mean,
you.
for bringing in a new angel into the world,
Can you see the
and
bags under my eyes? I can't tell.
hey,
How
look, I know.
how long did your wife wrestle?
Oh, she really didn't get into it until about 2021. So, like, she'd only been doing it for a couple of years,
Hmm.
and
Okay. Look,
and I
the
kind
women
of peer
championship
pressured
in a
her
couple
into it.
years is good.
I, she actually shocked a lot of people for not having a lot of experience, and
Yeah.
then her first show out blew the roof off the place. No, like nobody expected it. There was only one person in that building that expected it, and it was the guy that trained her.
All right, so that was my next question. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was wondering that where she get her talent from,
Yeah.
So you do outside of Winchester, do you train Jesse? Like, do you train others, or is that just something that happened to be because it was in the family?
I don't like to call myself a trainer, just because I feel like that title is reserved for folks that have been doing this for 20, 30 years. They've made the big money. Now, what
Mhm.
I will show folks things that I know just to help them get better, but I don't want to consider myself a trainer.
That's a
Okay.
But
solid
I
And
do.
and
If you
what
got a question,
what kind of so how would you classify yourself? If you don't want to be labeled as that, even though you got the talents to do so, how would you move with that? What would you label yourself as?
a nice guy willing to help.
a team player.
A team play,
Hey,
exactly.
hey,
Yeah.
no, hey, I feel you on that, man. That's a good answer too, because somebody else would be, I'm figuring out Buck Sexton probably would have said, "It's nobody. I don't need anybody." You know what I mean? Like,
I guarantee you he would say that. I do it
and
myself.
yeah,
I gotta
right. I
handle
do it
myself.
myself. Don't even
You're
worry
either
about it. I
born
don't
with
need
it or you're
nobody.
not.
Right.
That's the truth. I have seen some guys. It has broken my heart to tell them, like, hey, maybe the wrestling aspect isn't for you, but let's find you a spot. Like, what do you like to do? You
Yeah, we
like to do
found out
things
we
with
found out last
technology?
show.
We need a camera guy.
We found out last show that James didn't really want to be a wrestler.
Right.
He wanted to
Yeah,
be a hot
man,
dog
me too.
vendor
Hell, because I
because he
thought
ain't made
about
for
it.
nothing else.
Well,
Yeah, you
so
got
it's like you'll get guys that get in that ring and they'll think like they see it on TV and like, oh, it's got to be soft, it's cushy. They take that first bump and they're like, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm that guy.
Man, it's almost like getting hit on the
I was that
football field for real. Like
I was
what
that
I
guy.
see, the stories I done heard, it's like getting hit on the football field. Like you can't brace yourself for a tackle, bro. I don't
No,
care who you are. Just like you can't down there brace yourself for a clothesline or a body slam, or especially if people that are scared of heights and never been picked up before. You know what I mean? Underestimating people like that, man. I hear you on that. Me personally, I'm not scared of heights. I definitely jump off the top rope and macho man somebody, but as far as taking the chair to the head, I don't know.
So Jesse, I got a question for you. So somebody like me, I'm not afraid of heights whatsoever, but I have been in situations before, like on ladders that weren't stable or something like that.
Oh
Like that
man.
top rope is what, 4 feet high?
if
How
you
tall
look
does
at it,
how
it's
high does
about
that
four
thing
and a
actually?
half, 5 feet
About
high.
four and a half,
When you're
five.
standing on
Yeah.
top of that, how high do you feel like you're up off the ground?
You feel like you're about 12 feet up there.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, yeah.
Like when
'Cause
when you're
like,
standing on a like you look at a 6 foot ladder, it's not very intimidating. You get on top of it, you're like, this will suck if I fall.
oh, okay, okay.
Oh
Yeah, I
man.
just wanted to hear it from somebody that's actually in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're not balanced, it look like up there, then man, it's hell to pay the captain coming
No,
down. You know what I'm
it,
saying?
it, the first time I did it, I remember when I got up there, I planted my feet and my legs were shaking like a leaf because all I could think of is like, I'm going to fall backwards. And then that 4.5 foot fall turns into an 8 foot fall to the floor.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So who was your favorite wrestler growing up? Like who was your favorite? Like if you knew that they were coming on, they were in the Royal Rumble, they were in the Survivor Series, they were in WrestleMania, you was not missing their match.
Easy. Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, my
Ooh,
man.
that's a good one.
I
He
like that. I
he
like
That's
that.
a good one.
he was one of the guys like when you looked at him from back in the day, they were all jacked up, looking like I'm not going to say steroids, but looking like the
A
bodybuilder, the
little
big
bit of,
muscle
let's
type. And
call it,
then,
they look like they had some juice. Let's just say that.
oh, they had a little help, yeah.
Yeah.
But then you have a guy like Jake the Snake that comes in. He doesn't have to scream at you. In fact, his thing was to talk softer to make you listen.
Right.
And then he just looked like your average Joe that you'd want
Yeah.
to sit down with at a barbecue, have a beer.
That vibe.
But then he's latching a cobra on Macho Man's bicep. Like I saw that as a kid and was absolutely terrified.
Bro, hey,
And I didn't miss anything from Jake the Snake after that. I had to see what was going to happen to him, with him. I was obsessed.
if you my age, which I just turned 37, January gang in the building. Watch out,
36.
y'all. Watch out. I just turned 37 on the 10th of January, right? As a kid, when I seen that, I, I was shitty at Jake the Snake. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you just let the snake bite Macho Man, bro.
Yeah.
And then years later, I see the little documentary, that they put out, and Jake was talking about that. I'm like, I'm in here in tears, crying, bro, because I'm like, these dudes is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the stories you get to hear about these wrestlers, bro, back from when we watched them, and we looking at it like, man, I you can tell me how much you think is fake. I know them bumps ain't fake. I know them kicks to the head ain't fake. You know what I'm saying? Like I
If
be
you go
knowing
up,
they be beefing somewhere. Somebody got some real life stuff going on in the back.
if you go up to a wrestler and say, "Oh, you do that fake stuff," we know how to turn that fake stuff real quick.
In the real life. Yeah, we gonna show you, fake. Yeah, come on
Yeah,
over
he's
here,
talking. He's talking to you,
sign the
James.
slip. Sign the slip
Wait.
right now.
Wow. What's up with the shots, man?
I'm just saying it. Just
Man, you talking to my dad, man. You talking to my dad, not me. I
Hey,
was
Papa
watching it.
Van. Hey, Papa Van, man. We look.
Yeah,
Ain't
Papa
no
Van,
shots coming, but you know,
Coach
look.
Van. Yeah,
Hey,
get
look.
him.
We know if you was in there, we know what you would do if
And
you
that's
know.
another thing. So look, that's the crazy part. The same guy want to scream that stuff is fake. It's the same guy that was coaching kids to do the fireman's carry, which is now illegal. I mean,
Uh,
come on, man. Come on, dude. I mean, come on, pops. It's fake, but you teach the kids to do the fireman's carry. And if anybody that knows wrestling, you know the fireman's
it's a
carry.
damn fireman's carry.
Exactly.
Man,
Exactly.
I want to add to that too, though. That era, man. Like, I just want to hang on that for a couple minutes. That era of wrestling, I feel like is touching the surface once again in a different kind of way. You know,
Finally
not
coming back.
only that, you know what I'm saying? Not only that, right? But culturalistically, and then on everybody not caring almost what a person is saying about their physique, even the bookers and Triple H's and everybody around the world, you know what I mean? Like they not even looking at that. If they see you putting in work, you putting in work,
Yeah,
hands down. So my thing about that is what do you think? Who do you think, matter of fact, right? Who do you think is gonna carry the business? Like, what style of wrestler you think is about to elevate the business and be the face? Like what kind of star you think that's gonna be?
I think if he stays the way he's going right now, I'm gonna say less than 5 years, we're gonna see Braun Breaker at the top of that list. Maybe Rick Steiner. I
Ooh,
That's who I'm calling right now. He has intensity.
mm,
He understands all of it. I'm a huge fan. I wouldn't want to get in the ring with him. The
that's
dude,
solid,
he's just an animal. He's got the pedigree to back it up. I think it's going to
Got
be
the
Braun
pedigree.
taking those reins.
man. That's a man. That's a strong answer because he's definitely up there right now. Being the Intercontinental Champion, having that clout on his back. You know what I'm saying?
But
Having the biggest clout on his back is Daddy. You know what I mean? Like if you fans of the '80s like that, we know about the Steiner brothers. You know what I
Everybody
mean?
knows the Steiner brothers.
favorite
Everybody
tag
knows the
team.
Steiner brothers. Yeah, definitely one of my top favorites, if not like number three, number two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I watched it all, bro. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to the Body Donnas, when it comes to the Funk Brothers. I done went back and checked out all these great tag teams, you know what I mean? And to be watching that is a blessing. Brian Breaker definitely has a chance of being the face. If we had a conversation right now, like who would be the MVP, he could definitely probably be in the talks for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What you got, Ace?
So, Jesse, I got another question for you. Is there anybody throughout like wrestling history that you've just watched them in the ring and just been like, damn, I wish I could do that?
Eddie Guerrero.
Oh,
Is,
wow.
That's a
is,
fire answer.
Oh,
Latino Heat.
yeah.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
Latino Heat. He's another one that like I've always looked up to. I've always looked up to the smaller guys that do it. I mean, I'm not a monster by any stretch of the imagination. I'm 5'9", 220 pounds. Like I'm not a big guy. I can hold my own, but when the match with Eddie and Brock, I think that was one of them where I was like, well if he can, I think I need to. Like, there's no reason why I can't try this.
Right.
But then, like, even when I watched that, I think that was back in 2004. I want to say 2004, 2005. I mean, I was still in high school, so I didn't know anything about, like, how do you get into this? Like, how?
Right.
But I mean, obviously, there's people doing it, so I'm like, what? I'll figure it out.
Did you
So
have a lot of friends in there? Did it, somebody
yeah,
there to even tell you about anything?
how did you get into wrestling?
Right,
Like
yeah.
how did
Who
you like,
exposed you to it?
how did you break and say, now this is what you're doing? How did
Right.
that come out?
Dr. Google. So I didn't want to. I decided at my senior year in high school, like college probably wasn't going to be it for me. It's like I needed to do this. So I just did my research, like where did John Cena train? And then when I saw the OVW and then the list of the people that they trained there, John Cena, Randy Orton, Al Snow from back in the day. Actually, I think he owns it now.
That's fire.
All of like a lot of the major stars from when I was in high school came out of OVW. So I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to get trained by
Facts.
people that know what they're doing. Come to find out, I mean, I live in Indianapolis. I was like, they're just in Louisville, Kentucky. That's a 2-hour drive. That's no big deal. I made that 2-hour
Come on
hike
now.
Monday and Tuesday, got my training, picked up quite a bit in the year and a half that I was there. And then just unfortunate circumstances happened. I had to step away.
Yeah.
But yeah, the OPW, Rip Rogers, Nick Dinsmore, better known as Eugene, Joey Matthews, better known as Joey Mercury. Those were the guys that was in my ear teaching me how to run the ropes, take my bumps.
Shout
Why
out
do
Joey
you do
Mercury.
certain things?
Shout out, big shout out. So how did you meet Ron and how did that come about? What is your relationship with Ron? Not the Buck Sexton, but actually Ron.
Fuck that guy. But so back in
Nothing nice. Mama said if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
no, I
I
agree
love it.
comically, but with him, no, everything's on the table. But no, back in it was 2019. My now wife gave me a birthday card. So the reason why I got to actually go back to 2010 when I first left wrestling, I got sick with type 1 diabetes. Doctors told me, like, yeah, you're probably not going to be doing that anymore. So I got my 9 to 5 with good insurance so I could afford my insulin, and I never even thought about it. My now wife found one of my old matches from OVW. She wrote me a birthday card, and it said on there, it told me about Kyle O'Reilly, who is my favorite wrestler alive today. Not too many people even know the guy's name. He's not a heavyweight champion, but he too is a type 1 diabetic. And it said in that card, if he can do it, why can't you? So I just started reaching
Shout out
out.
to your wife.
Did you marry her right there at that moment?
I wanted to. But I was pissed broken couldn't afford a ring.
Hey, for real. That's
But
powerful.
in 2019, or it was like right up 2019, 2020, when COVID went down, we were just sitting in our apartment and I was Googling like local wrestling promotions. And that WCWO that Ron told you about, that run by Joey Owens, who's another man who I can't thank that man enough, because I reached out to any and everybody I could, never got a response. And when I reached out to Joey, they were just like, yeah, come in. We'll see what you got. They gave me a little training match. I was on the show the next week. Taking 10 years, close to 10 years off of wrestling, it was like I didn't miss a beat. I know I still had a lot to learn.
Right.
But doing those Friday night shows on a regular basis, that's how I met Ron. We got to bullshitting one night, and yeah, we hit it off. It was almost like a Step Brothers moment.
Yeah.
When they were standing there in the driveway staring at each other.
You put your nutsack on his drum set.
I'm gonna put my nutsack on something.
Oh
February
man.
22nd. Yeah. But no, we hit it off. Everything was cool. And yeah, it was just we would talk on a regular basis, like, hey, I've got an idea for this. What do you think? Or he's got an idea. Do you think it's stupid? And next thing you know, 4 hours have passed on a phone call.
Mm.
Yeah, it became a brother relationship pretty quick.
Natural.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the best man at my wedding. There was a time where it wouldn't have mattered what he needed. I would have been there for him.
So that means this ass whooping is
It's
well
personal.
overdue, huh?
Yes.
It's
Personal.
personal.
Yeah. So, since you gave us the background, let us introduce, ladies and gentlemen, the one,
The
the
only.
Jesse Winchester.
It's the same guy.
But now that I understand, Jesse, because I really don't like that Buck Sexton guy. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I came to a show and I was like, man, I think this guy is cool, man. He came out, he had this whole thing, but he's full of shit, man. He came on my show, and I gotta be hunted with you. I want you to whoop his ass.
Well, tune in February 22nd. If you can make it to Crawfordsville, please do.
I live in Indianapolis. If you're gonna beat his ass, I'm gonna be in Crawfordsville.
I want to say
trying
it's
to
about
watch it.
40, maybe a 45-minute drive. Crawfordsville is it's out there in the sticks a little bit, but
Ass whooping is worth it. If you gonna whoop the Buck Sexton, he was on this show.
Need to see that.
You got the clip.
I got the clip.
He was on this show, and he had a whole lot to say, man. After being rude, he came on here screaming, fuck Notre Dame, after they lost to Ohio State. I don't even think the guy likes Ohio State. I just think he's just being an asshole.
He gravitates to the teams that nobody likes. He likes to be that guy that is just hated.
He like to go in against the grain, huh?
It fuels that ego. And the more you hate him, the bigger he gets. It's like his superpower.
I don't think the guy's super at all.
That's his Richard power.
You want to be Richard something, yeah.
I heard you guys were. So I was watching, and you guys used to be tag team partners.
Tag team partners.
It goes back to that brother relationship. It's like I said. I mean, it was no joke. He was the best man at my wedding. He gave a very beautiful toast. It was actually kind of funny. He almost choked to death during the reception, trying to hold the coffin. My wife and I would watch it back and laugh every time. But yeah, so I was looking. I wanted to branch out, see where I could go, and he told me about NGW. He's like, dude, you need to come in because I think you and I as a tag team could wreck house. And that's 100% what we did. We had one match, and then our second match there, third match there, we were their tag team champions. And then we held that for a full year. Oh, please.
No, check it out. Check him out. He came on, and you got it kept.
During one of my segments. I got shoved by a fan a few months ago, and they had to be talked to. They had to be talked to by the police that were there to be like, hey, keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch the wrestlers. If I can get a reaction like that out of somebody, that says they're invested in me. And more importantly, that means they're going to be invested in seeing me get my ass kicked, which is going to make them pay money every single month to come see who's going to be the one to finally kick my ass. Newsflash, it ain't none of those jabronis up in Crawfordsville, especially Jesse Winchester.
That was the shot, Jesse.
Hey, that was a shot. All right. Hey, that was a shot. Clip it, put it everywhere. All right. Fuck Jesse Winchester. All right.
Yeah, when he jumped me last April.
I have been waiting since April to do this.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
think I got it there.
he was doing his thing. Man. He was talking his trash, and he upset one fan. The fan came up and tried to just shove him, and I don't blame the fan.
Hmm.
Now, it's definitely not smart. We've seen several instances where people jump the rail and then end up regretting it.
Oh yeah.
Let me handle this. Like I will handle this for that fan.
You see
Will
that
you
guy
tell
that jumped the rail at
Crawford,
micro
Phil?
wrestling?
What happened?
I missed
Yeah,
that. I'm sorry.
James was talking over everybody. Oh, I said, did you see what happened to that guy in the luchador mask that hopped the rail at micro wrestling?
No.
Oh, they fucked his ass up.
I'm sure they did. I know the guy that runs it, Cody Hawk.
I seen that.
Yeah, they
You
fucked
say you
him
know
up.
the guy that run micro wrestling?
man.
He won't let that fly. I mean, like that's the same guy that trained John Moxley. He knows a thing or two on how to fuck somebody up. And
No, yeah, they jumped. Hey, dude jumped over the rail.
Oh
He
yeah, the
jumped in the
wrestlers
ring and
fucked him
got his
up in the
ass.
ring, man.
Hey, them little motherfuckers beat his ass.
oh yeah,
for sure.
I know, but like some people might look at that like micro wrestling, like oh, it's midgets wrestling. How funny! Those guys can go. They're better wrestlers than some guys I've actually met on the scene.
They warned
Right.
everybody before the show too. When I went, they're like, they will beat your ass if you get in that ring.
Absolutely, they will.
This didn't happen at my event, but I'm happy that they got his ass.
Yeah.
That was highly entertaining.
Oh yeah. I don't know why he'd want to jump the rail and go after a little person, but whatever. I mean, people are dumb. You can't fix stupid.
Have you ever had
Every now
any
and then
matches or anything with
people
a
like
little
they
person?
ask me.
Have I ever done any matches with like a little person?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Okay.
I was gonna make a joke about my wife being short, but I like my testicles where they are. That's
that's a good answer.
Yeah, protect
That's a
those at
great
all
answer.
times, bro. We don't. Yeah, you need
Yeah.
those.
But no, never been in the ring with a little person. If I had the chance to train with those guys at micro, though, of course I'm going to say yes. I'd be stupid not to.
I always thought that was a hell of an experience getting in there with them.
Well, and who knows? It's an opportunity to learn something.
So tell me more about this match. I want to know about this match February 22nd because, I mean, Buck talk a lot of shit, man.
For the people that don't know, yeah, break it down because I know for sure what I watched. I already know how you feeling. I already know how
I
you
don't
feel.
like
So
the way he betrayed you, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
yeah,
He was dirty, man.
that's some hoe shit. We
He
like to
threw a
call
temper
that
tantrum.
hoe shit.
Is what happened. He got mad. Like in wrestling, you can't win them all. Unfortunately, it's just that's how it is.
Yeah.
And for that son of a bitch to say that I lost that match, I carried that team. Like this dude built a promotion off of my hard work. He collected a tag team title off of my talent and my hard work, and he knows it.
I said that.
He can't deny that. And then when we watched that ladder match and he blasted me in the face with that title, I can look, I get it. He was mad. Where he crossed the line, though, is when he threatened my wife. She was 6 months pregnant at the time, asking him to stop. He pointed right at her and said, if you don't, or if you dare, you're next. He's had this coming. Now, it's because of him. I didn't get to hold my child for the first month of his life. I had nerve damage in my back, and it was just very risky holding a newborn. I didn't want to drop the little guy. I'm filming right now in his nursery. I want Buck to see this. So February 22nd, when I made my return back there, he was talking his shit, and at first I was at peace. I was going to sit with my family. I was going to be done with wrestling. He started talking his shit, and he said my name again. And I've had enough. I've had enough of him running his mouth. I have had enough of him bullying people, and to threaten a 6 month long pregnant woman. And he knows how I feel about my family. He fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That's how it is. That's a good way to. That's a good way to fuck up and get your ass whooped.
And I apologize for all the language, but he knows. Like he's one of the best, if not the best, at talking trash. But he knows the main rule in wrestling is eventually that bell is going to ring, and then he's going to be in the ring with somebody who knows more ways to choke you out than he. I have forgot more ways to choke people out than he knows.
He did say he liked to get in the ring and kick you in the face and choke you out and punch you in the eye and kick you in the nuts.
To quote one of my favorite movies,
stick his whoop up your shoot. You know
give
what I'm
you
saying?
Indian
He did like to
burns and
say
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
I'll send him up the salute. I wish him the best of luck, and may the odds ever be in his favor. He's done. He's done. On February 22nd, eventually that bell is going to ring, and I'm going to expose him for the fraud that he is. I am going to show the entire world, the people that are watching, who carried that team, who had the talent, and who was the better man. Hands down. I can't wait. I've always taken pride when I get in the ring being better than my opponent. This one's different because now I'm gonna hurt the man. I know wrestling people are gonna get hurt. It's part of it. That's what we do. But now I'm intentionally going in there to hurt him.
Yeah.
I'm going to hurt him. I'm going to embarrass him. I'm going to take everything that he holds near and dear and precious to him. He's gonna have nothing when I'm done with him.
Can you promise us that you're gonna choke his ass out?
Pinky. I will pinky promise. I will choke him out. I will wake him up.
Don't be on here snitching either, Ace. Don't be on here snitching either. Man. We know that's your homeboy.
He texted him already. He already
He just
We think I've been doing off camera over here this whole time. I gotta let Mr. Buck know what's going on.
And I'm gonna make it last too. I don't want this to be a quick 2 minutes. No, I'm gonna have fun with my food before I eat.
Yeah, punishment.
Man. Make him understand. Make him understand.
Yeah, man, that disrespect to your wife. If I'm not doing it, but if I could, I would do exactly what you said you're gonna do and choke his motherfucking ass out for that disrespect, bro.
I'm gonna choke him out. I'm gonna wake him up. I'm gonna choke him out again. And I'm gonna wake him up again just to knock him out.
That's it. Yeah. See.
That's a nice real rounded ass.
Did you text that to your buddy?
Yeah. Did you get all that? You recorded that? Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Now, I'm going to be the mayor of Crawfordsville after February 22nd. These people are going to be so in love with me for what I do to him. I might own me a town. Who knows?
Okay. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, February 22nd in Crawfordsville. You will see. Hey, you got that address? What y'all got that address for me?
I definitely do.
I believe it's the 4-H Fairgrounds. It's pretty easy to Google.
Crawfordsville, Indiana. Show is at 6:30 p.m. ladies and
What's that
gentlemen.
address one more time?
400 Parquet. Is it Park or Parquet? Is it
It's
Parquet? They
Park,
got
right?
a
It could be Parquet, just like it
Avenue.
is Dirte, but I'm gonna say it's Park.
I'm gonna say it's Buck Sexton's ass that he can't cash. You feel me?
Oh,
That's
you talking about Buck
that's what we
Sexton
gonna call
Avenue?
that. Yeah, Buck Sexton Avenue,
Ass kicking that.
400 Buck
He finna
Sexton
run into
Avenue.
an
You know what I'm
ass
saying?
whooping avenue. Make
That
sure
part.
y'all out there, February 22nd in Crawfordsville. Doors open at what? 4, 5, something like that. But the ass whooping
6:30.
starts at 6.
6:30 is the ass whooping. I'm sure the doors probably open up 2 hours beforehand so everybody can get in there, get their seats, get
and
their motherfucking popcorn, your hot dogs, and all the other good shit.
and I can't
You
wait.
know?
As soon as that national anthem is over, I'm coming through that curtain and I'm gonna rip him apart.
February 22nd, you get your ass kicked, Buck Sexton. And I left the D out on purpose.
Man. And tomorrow, tune in to their show too as well. Make sure y'all send me them links too, man. Make sure you tie us in with that somehow, some way. Somebody look out for us. I'm way out here on the West Coast, so I like to, share my connections and network with people, and like to keep everybody tied in. So I definitely want to watch that show if it's gonna be live stream. I think I'm following the channel already, so if it's gonna be over there on it's like GXR or something like that,
Yeah,
or
Gonzo Sports Room.
Gonzo, Sport,
Yeah,
yeah, Gonzo. Yep. I'm following them. So shout out to them. Shout out to Warrior Pro Wrestling. Shout out to you, Jesse. You know what I
Shout out
mean?
to New Generation Wrestling.
And shout out to NGW for sure. I just joined the group. Whoever the admin is, appreciate you for letting me in. I'm gonna say that now,
and
Uh
that's the other thing. I don't mean to cut you off, but I mean it's not just
Go ahead.
NGW. I'm gonna ruin Buck's life. I'm
Oh
taking it
man.
all. WPW, NGW, wherever Buck Sexton will be, I'm gonna haunt his dreams.
All right, all right, Ace. That was the last one. You got that one? All
Haunt
right.
his dreams. All you send him back is LOL.
Oh, okay. Look.
The Bucks got jokes. Sorry.
Man. He got jokes, don't he? Yeah.
Let him
Ain't gonna
joke.
be no more jokes on the 22nd. Remember
Let
that.
him joke. Eventually, that bell is gonna ring, and he knows what's gonna happen. A triple
Yeah.
crown champion, somebody who has studied this game since day one, worked really hard to perfect his craft, is going to rip him apart.
So look,
Mm,
since Ace got him on speed dial and shit,
right.
how would you guys feel about maybe having a face-to-face before you guys get it on? Because I can get you here, and Ace obviously can get the Buck Sexton here.
And
We're
TBS.
pretty much best friends now. Yeah.
Look.
I think we could work on something like that. I know Buck's not afraid. I don't know what Jesse's got going on.
Well, of course he won't be afraid. It's on screen. He ain't gonna meet me face to face.
Uh,
If he's within arm's reach, he knows he's in danger. So if he wants to do this on screen, have a little high school back and forth, I'm game.
Ladies and
But
gentlemen, we may have something explosive coming your way.
we may have something.
you
Ladies
heard
and
it.
gentlemen, y'all seen it here first on Throw the Towel Sports Podcast. You may have the first face-off digitally between the Buck Sexton and my man, Jesse Winchester.
I'll be here. You just let me know the date and time.
The
Enough
Buck.
said.
Yo, thank you, Jesse Winchester. We appreciate you showing up, man. Nothing better than to have the next and new champion in the building. Did you get that? Did you send that text, Ace? And
I
new.
got it.
And new.
I quit
And
paying
new.
attention a long time ago.
My man, Jesse Winchester. Thank you again for joining us on the show. It was a pleasure.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for letting me have the platform. Anytime, hit me up. I'm down.
For
Yes,
sure.
sir. Yes,
We're
sir.
looking out for that face off, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna happen. We making
Make
it
sure
happen.
you guys mark your calendars February 22nd. One more time. Y'all know what it is. Jesse Winchester will be beating the shit out of the Buck Sexton in Crawfordville, Indiana. Make sure y'all there. Make sure y'all tune in. Like always, it's always a joy when pimping come together. My man Ace, my man Cap. Ace, what they need to do?
Just don't be a dick. We talked about
That's
this
it.
earlier. What you do is you get on here, you like, you comment, you subscribe, you start following Mr. Jesse Winchester here. We already know you're following the Buck Sexton. Check out Warrior Pro Wrestling. Check out New Generation Wrestling out of Indy.
Come on,
Don't be a dick.
please. And always
Protect
protect
yourself
yourself.
at all times.
Come
And
on now.
please don't let us have to throw the towel in on your ass.
Throw the
Throw
towel.
the towel.
The
Throw the
goddamn
damn
towel.
towel.